Hi, this is Jaco from Builder.com. So we're actually here in sunny San Diego. I'm here with Jean-Louis of JLC Architecture, and they actually just are about to complete a LEED certified project that's really interesting, and it tastes pretty yummy. So Jean-Louis, tell us a little bit about this project.
Well, this project actually, it's a redevelopment on a site that was developed previously just across the street from the train station in Solana Beach. And the owner wanted to create two buildings, one building as a restaurant and one building as a retail/apartment. So this is what we have in the back of me, the restaurant building, and on the side here, this retail loft building. We started the design process by keeping in mind or trying to use as much as green technology as possible without thinking about LEED at that time. And as we were progressing during the design process, we started talking about LEED, then LEED Silver, then LEED Gold, and finally LEED Platinum. Wow. Every one of those steps has been kind of difficult because there was a lot of decision to be made, but at the end we end up with a project which is very satisfying overall.
That's really cool. So how many LEED projects have you completed now? With it, assuming when this is completed, how many will it have been?
Well, I was involved with the LEED for Home pilot project that was a few years back, and this project is also almost completed, and this project, so this would be two projects.
That's great. And from inception, how long has it taken to completion here?
Well, from the very beginning, we had 2 years of design and building permit process and 10 months of construction.
The first thing I'm noticing, so this floor here, what we're walking on, this asphalt, this isn't just a regular asphalt, right?
No, actually, this is concrete. It's pervious concrete with thick underlayers of recycled concrete, broken concrete like gravel. So the purpose of the previous pavement here is to absorb as much stormwater as possible. So we're trying to keep all the stormwater, as much stormwater as we can on the site without polluting out the outside of the site itself.
And I don't know, you guys won't be able to see this, but we're really close to the ocean, so I'm sure it's really important to the city here to prevent the stormwater going into the ocean.
Yeah, not only the city, but the Coastal Commission also did review the building project, the plans. We're very happy that we use these technologies.
Okay, great.
We're trying to use the concrete block just at a inside-outside material, having to add nothing to it, basically.
This is not typical to use the blocks as a exterior surface, right?
It is not. It is not just to leave it open inside and outside. We were able, as far as energy, to use the block as thermal mass. And we have a hydronic system for heating. So we're using the thermal mass to capture this radiant heating. These are the concrete block, and they have a high recycled content. The steel, the rebar, the reinforcing steel also has a lot of recycled content in it. And so that was the idea here, to keep this building as simple as possible. Concrete block, a parallel beam system who support a green roof. So that was basically the concept for this portion of the building. The second half of the building, which is the apartment, the idea was to create a slope roof to receive solar panels, and actually the solar panels also are included in this awning in front of the retail building.
So you actually have the solar panels functioning as an awning. They're not on top of an awning, they actually are the awning.
They are the awning, exactly. So, and again, for the loft portion of this building, we're using hydronic heating. As far as cooling, we have very small air conditioning unit. They're very, very small. They're just big enough to remove the humidity in the air. That's it. They don't really provide cooling per se. They're just used to remove humidity in the air. Otherwise, we're using ceiling fans, openable window, cross ventilation. So that's the idea, using as much natural flow as possible.
Great. Okay, so Jean-Louis, this is going to be not a living wall. It's going to be.
Well, actually, it's kind of a living wall. It's basically a green screen product, which is a trellis, who's going to be attached in front of the wall, and we'll have vine growing in front of it. So we are, by doing so, trying to reduce the heat gain on the building as much as possible.
So it actually serves as insulation?
It does. As far as the heat gain, yes, it does.
This is the parking structure, and tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, we wanted to be able to generate some electricity on site. And one of the good opportunity we had was to create a shaded area above some of the parking spaces that we had. So we created a steel structure, again having a large amount of recycled content, which received the solar panel. And the orientation actually on the site was perfect for that application.
Okay. And this actually provides, again, it's functional. You don't have, the shade is the panel is the shade.
The panel is the shade, that's right. So it's very simple, and actually all these panels will produce about 70% of the electricity need on the project.
Okay, so Jean-Louis, now we're inside. This is going to be the restaurant aspect, the restaurant area, right?
That's right.
Okay, great. So tell us a little bit about what was going on in terms of the green part of this area.
Yeah, so we worked with Maura Johnson, the interior designer, and we were able to bring inside the space a lot of reclaimed wood. So if you look at the ceiling, it's all reclaimed wood. All the tables are reclaimed wood or compressed sunflower seed residual process. We have all the furniture is reused furniture. The brick that we're using as an interior finish is reclaimed brick from San Diego downtown when they built the Petco Park project. All the fabric has high recycled content. There is a lot of fly ash into the concrete, recycled bottles in the different patterns that we have on the floor. So basically all the material that you see inside the space here is high recycled content, or is it reclaimed, and it's all low VOC. And also, as we can note, as far as the quality of space, we have a lot of windows. So we have a lot of daylight, we have a lot of, and all these windows are openable, so there's a lot of natural ventilation to the space.
This is also, there's a lot of ducting. I see it's exposed ducting.
Yes, so we have exposed ducting because we wanted to keep still a very open space. The ducting is additional flexibility in controlling the temperature of the space. So we have some fan system, we can bring some air from the outside if for any reason there's not enough wind. So we have a lot of flexibility as far as controlling the space.
Now we're outside and there's really interesting landscaping here. You said it's edible landscaping.
Yes, 90% of the plants are edible. Because it's a restaurant, the owner wanted to be able to use the landscape not only as a feature for decoration, but also to be able to use it in the restaurant. So this is part of the overall business sense of the owner, that it's not only green to be green, but it's an overall business model that they want to use, and part of landscape is part of that. We also kept a few plants who were original. One of the tree, that, for example, this tree was original to the site, so we want to keep this one, and we kept also the large pine tree in the front of the building.
And how does this work with pest control in an eco-friendly way, I suppose?
Yes, actually, not only regarding pest control, because everything would be done with the natural product, but also all the cleaning agent that will be used in the restaurant would be green. So some specific subcontractor are certified to be green, and that's what we'll be using, actually.
So even though I see all this lettuce that looks ready to eat, it's not going to get eaten by a bug in the middle of the night?
Oh no, I don't think so. No, hopefully, when the restaurant is open, this will be used, daily. So
that's great. And you have rosemary over here. There's lettuce over there.
Parsley, thyme. There's several type of fruit trees. Peaches is one of them, and there's many species that I don't know the name, but yeah, there's a lot of different.
And you also said there's a living roof here, a green roof.
That's right. So we have two areas of green roofs, and these plants actually are not edible, but they will provide enough greenery to cool the roof and also to absorb water. Stormwater is the other issue by using the green roof system.
Well, that's really interesting. So Jean-Louis, thanks so much for taking time to show us your project. It's really beautiful.
Absolutely.
I think it's really great, and I hope that we can see it when it's in operation and come back and tour the rest.
I'll be more happy to give you a tour.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
This is Jaco from Builderoo.com. For more videos like this, please visit our website at Builderoo.com.